What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone's had a good week. We are wrapping up the week and wrapping up Season 5 on the Journeyman today. We have got 8 games left in the championship, which we have 110% secured promotion, but we also will be starting our journey with Project Blue Lock and the Japanese national team today. That is 2 of our first 3 games. What is up, Liz? Hope you're doing well. NHL playoffs start today, and I'm very excited for it. So one of the things we're going to be doing today, obviously, is finishing up the season and getting the our journey with the Japanese national team underway as well. We're going to be taking a deep look into the national team pool because, like I had mentioned last stream, it kind of gives us an inside look as to what Japanese talents we could potentially bring to Southampton, help develop them here at the club, and then just turn them into absolute beasts for the national team. But also, we need to find a inverted wingback as well as a striker for next season. So those are kind of the main key points today. We are sitting atop the championship table on 98 points, well ahead of second, which is on 85 points. So we will hopefully be able to secure the league title in the first 2 league matches today. But we have a very fun rest of the season ahead of us as FM chooses to load right there. But we are we're definitely going to be having some interesting scouting trips ahead of us because currently on the short list, this is like the entire short list, I've also decided Francois Braun, I'm going to bring him in next season. He's going to be a cup goalkeeper for us. So FA Cup as well as Carabao Cup. And then also, once we qualify for Europe, because I think we can do it fairly quickly, he will be our goalkeeper in Europe. And then Jorgensen will be our goalkeeper for the league. But when it comes to inverted wingback, I have got 3 targets already. Ryan Aït-Nouri, he is currently transfer listed for 6.2 million, so he would be a fantastic option for us. Martin Luciano would also be very solid based upon his attributes. But then we have got Kevison, who once again, based upon attributes, would be a solid option. They unfortunately have not played any games in Brazil yet, so not too much info we can go on, but he has played 88 times for Santos, which is good. Ryan Aït-Nouri is not playing whatsoever, and that is too good of a deal to pass up for him. But then when we look at the striker, we have quite a few striker options that I have kind of picked out that I want to look at. Now we do have Shaq Van Persie coming in. He is now 6'1" as well, so he could do it. But I'm looking at Tierno Bari. We're looking at Mikael Isaacson. He has some very good attributes on him, and he's 6'4". And Tierno Bari is 6'5". Nicolas Prada, pretty good attributes, not so good finishing, but good with both feet, 6'4". Then we've got Felipe Aguilar, who has some incredible attributes and is 6 foot. So far, everyone's 6 foot and above. And then we get to Diego Vicini, who, once again, very good attributes, but he's 5'9". So if I want to go the smaller and pacey striker route, he's an option. Maktar Gai is another one that would be a solid option, 6 foot, good with both feet. And then Thomas Plazzi, who has some very good attributes as well when it comes to his pace and acceleration and potentially agility and stamina. So we're scouting all of them. We're going to see how things go. Grilled some baby ribs for the family and now watching Villa Newcastle. There you go. That's a great kind of, I mean, it's not a start to your Saturday because it's evening now for you, most definitely. But you have playoff hockey to look forward to later on as well if you choose to watch it. What's not to like about that? What's not to like about that? When it comes to our schedule, so we've got Plymouth, then we've got Uruguay, Colombia, then Blackburn. Because if it gives me the option to delay the Blackburn game, I will do it. Because we have Uruguay and Blackburn Rovers on the same day. No idea how that's going to work. But being that it is FM, we should be able to play both games on the same day. Which, if so, that's going to be crazy. But we are going to go ahead and reveal the Japanese national team, which I actually kind of broke down what I wanted on this little pad of paper right here. So, we're playing the 4-2-3-1. This is going to be our starting 11 right here. Kyogo Furuhashi up top. Kaoru Mitoma, Takefusa Kubo, Ritsu Doan. We got Mr. Sugawara, Wataru Endo, Mr. Ito, Maya Itakura, and Tomiyasu in defense, and Nakamura in net. Also, y'all may be hearing thunder like the entire time I stream. We're getting really bad storms here. So, hopefully, the streams stay up the entire time. That'd be great. But we will move on to the substitutes now. Daisen Maeda, Hidemas Morita. This kid, who is actually going to be part of our future up front, Kota Tawaratsu Mida. He's at Tottenham currently. Then we've got Yumeki Yoshinaga. He is our future inverted wingback, 100%. Takumi Minamino. And then we've got Taishi Brandon Nozawa. And Taishi Fukui. Those are all the players that actually exist. I have 5 new gens. 5 new gens that are going to be with us. 1, Rentaro Nara. He is a defensive midfielder. It says he can play center back. I'm going to be playing him as a defensive midfielder. Ball winner as well. We then have Rentaro Nara. Another one. Defensive midfielder. Actually, no. That's the same player. I am tripping. My brain's fried. Rentaro Nara. Mr. Suzuki. He is going to be a project at right back. I'm not sure what I want him to be doing for us yet. But then we've got Tatsuya Kano, who, for the time being, is our best goalkeeping option for the future. Although there is someone that's going to be unbelievable, I have a feeling, that I've seen in the pool. We then have Rihito Tokuyama. He is going to be pretty darn good as well. He is the future up top in the replacement as of this moment in time for Kyogo Furuhashi. And then we have got Hayato Nishimoto, who is going to be our Segundo Volante for the future, I have a feeling. Carolina, New Jersey game would come tomorrow at a watchable time. There you go. But that is everything that we need to know about the starting team as of right now. National pool wise, I'm sorting it by potential. Kazunari Namoto is 16 years old and is already playing with the U23s. He doesn't have the finishing as of right now, and that's because he's very raw and he's 16, but he's already with the U23s. So whether they're playing him on the wing or up top, he is going to be a very good player. Now, we cannot bring him into Southampton because he's 16. Unless he would actually want to join. But we could definitely monitor him for the future. We then have Nishimoto, who 100% I can bring in, develop him. Rentaro Nara, same thing with him. But then we've got Masatoshi Takahashi, who, once again, future forward, most definitely will not be a striker at 5'3" and 5 finishing and 2 jumping reach and 2 strength. He will for sure be a winger. I am very curious to see how well he grows and develops, as he is 17 years of age. But then this is our top prospect in net for the Japanese national team. 16-year-old Natsugu Karai from Yokohama F. Marinos. Very good already. Honestly, looking at his attributes, yeah, he can improve in a couple different areas for sure. But he is 6'5" at 16, which means he is going to get taller. He may end up being one of the biggest goalkeepers I've ever seen, potentially. As I hope he does hit a growth spurt, even though he's already at 6'5" at 16. So this is a player that, if we can, even though he's 16, I would love to bring in to into the Southampton side. So if that's possible, then awesome. That'd be pretty good. So that's kind of the plan as of right now. We're scouting a bunch of these guys. Like, everyone on this page right here is being scouted. Then I need to scout, of course. This is our starting 11. These are our substitutes. This is the team that we have for Japan from the get-go. We have a much older squad. And we are going to have to find ways to develop the future generation quickly to have a shot at the World Cup in 2030. Which I think if we can do it right, do it correctly, and do it well, we should be able to have a shot. But we are going to get into our Plymouth Argyle game. And I did confirm the squad, I think. Yeah. Also, I got the faces and whatnot sorted. So our U23s are playing Malaysia and Guam, Vietnam, and Chinese Taipei. Yes, postponed match. We ourselves won't be there, and we've got quite a few players on international duty. Yes, they do. They do get taller as they grow. That is indeed something that does happen. We are actually just talking about it with our Japanese national team, because there is a goalkeeper who's 16 and is already 6'5". So they should be getting taller. Keyword there, should. I would hope that his growth spurt didn't happen at 15. I'm pretty sure we will have to beat Plymouth and then beat Blackburn Rovers, and then we win the championship. Yeah, it's something that, like, isn't very well known, Ronald. Like, it's a you have to see it to believe it type thing, and enough of us have seen it to believe it. Now, sometimes players don't grow at all. But they, a majority of the time they do. A majority of the time they do. Like Aaron Treadwell, he's 5'9" right now. He's most definitely going to get taller. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Let's go get 3 points before the international break. You are very welcome, Ronald. Dum, 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 dum. All right. Let's go get 3 points. I'm looking forward to seeing what the scouting reports come back with on a lot of these players that I am having them scout. We're also trying to bring in a coach as well as a scout because we have open spots for one of each. There we go. Dibble dribbles. Harwood. Gusto. Dibbling. Andy, what's up? You're running out of ideas with FM. I'm guessing you mean save ideas. Thankfully for you, I just had a video drop on Monday with 37 different save ideas. So you can definitely check that out. And I also have a video that'll be dropping next week of 10 underrated save ideas. Yes, over on YouTube. I believe if you do ! YouTube, it'll pop up. Or if you go to the About page on here, then you click on YouTube, it will take you there. And there you go! ! YouTube. It works! Consa. Gusto. Malambo. Malambo. Still with it. Gusto. Malambo. What a shot by Malambo. There we go. New tactics could be something. Try out something new. Try out something different. Try out something fun. The meta gets a bit boring. However, I've created my own personal meta. And it is a lot of fun. So I really enjoy watching it. Just because of how it plays. Because it's how I would like to play football if one I played two managed. For the save one, the 10 underrated ones. Oh, yeah, the tactic, which thankfully wrapping up this season today, I can then post the, well, not post this, but record this and everything for it, and then it'll be out next week. Which I'm going to make a cousin tactic to this for y'all to enjoy as well. To where you get this and the other one. What's up, Wheels? How you doing, my man? Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well and having a good day. Hope everyone had a good week. Busy weekend for a lot of people. Leverton. Olsen. There we go. Ooh. Ah. How you feel? Ooh. Ah. How you feel? Maxwell Cornet. Whips it. Konsa puts it wide. Oh, one thing I'm going to tell you guys. Last night, I started the testing for the set pieces. In swinging, out swinging, and short. Short is really surprised me with how well that setup's doing. Because it's actually super realistic as Malambo gets his brace. Sounds good, Wheels. I hope you have a good day, my man. Thank you for popping in. The VOD will be up here on Twitch as well as over on YouTube. If you want the music and stuff, it'll be on YouTube. But if you don't care too much about the music, then it'll be up on here too. But I started doing the set piece testing last night, and the end swinging is 100% done. Because I finally hit what I wasn't able to hit. And I did it first time of asking too. Out swinging, highly inconsistent. It either doesn't score a lot or it does. But the short, very consistent, scores very realistic amount of goals for FM from corners. And it's pretty fun. Miles Lewis Skelly, first goal of the season. For us, that is. Because we brought him in January. Yanni Hankanvara's garden tactic would be nice. They are through to the semis. Which, not only them, causing a big surprise in doing that. Bodo Glimt in the Europa League. First ever Norwegian side to do so. In any European competition, getting to the semis. Which is absolutely fantastic. And to do it from their location in the world as well is just all the more impressive. And the story behind that club, I really want to do a video on them. I'm just not sure how it'd be received on a Football Manager channel. Although I have done videos like that previously, such as one for my club here in St. Louis, as well as Feyenoord. They did all right. But yes, I am well aware of that club right now, Liz. That could be something that I do for fun. That could be something that I do for fun. And then release it to you guys. Because y'all are getting a Luis Enrique one. Not next week, the week after. And then my final Gourmet tactics for this year will be released as well. Because it's just, there's only so much you can do with tactics. I will have done 100 in total. And unless, like you just suggested, recreating another manager's tactics, unless I'm doing that, it's like, what else am I going to do with them? What else am I going to do with them? But yeah, that'd be something fun to do. And I might just like upload it to the Discord for everyone. We'll see. We shall see. Might be one of those limited edition tactics as well. I believe the game rewards you since last year for having defensive midfielders over central. If you wanted to be more aggressive and you are completely okay and fine with conceding goals, go central. But defensive just allows for more stability. There we go, Jarrell. I berated the team. I meant to hit praise, but it went one above and I just berated them. Oh boy. That's not good. I hit the wrong button. 25.5, I think. We got him from Palace. And that's what I get for berating him. I hit the wrong button and it cost us a clean sheet. Never mind, it's disallowed. Please let me shout one last time so I can correct my mistake. Skelly, Malambo, turn shoot. No, Leverton. But hey, led to another goal. If you look at it that way. And it's offsides. Leverton is unbelievable at doing that. Don't score because I just hit praise. These players are going to be so confused. Like, is this man on something today? Yeah. Man's on something today, I guess. I could do it. I could do it, Liz. You could for sure do that because then it's a whole different universe. Whole different universe. All right, so we got automatic promotion secured. The game is bugging. Hello? Bro, I swear this game just crashed. That's not cheating whatsoever. But what you'll have to do is holiday on one manager, retire that manager, and then make the manager again, essentially, so that you can actually get hired. All right, initial budget 43.1 million. Cool. And now clubs can say you lack experience in getting promotion. Well, we just did it. Malambo with a great game. We're going to save as well just because it froze up for like that. We don't want that. But yeah, Liz, I can try doing that. And better yet, I'll do it with a trequartista. How about that? How about that? I'll make a Catenaccio tactic work with a trequartista. And I'll do it with Barcelona. We're just making this as difficult as possible. Catenaccio, Trequartista, Barcelona. All right. International duty with Japan. Project Blue Lock is underway with the House of the Rising Sun. Willie Caballero is wanted as manager by Bristol Rovers. You know what? If he gets that gig, I'll be happy for him. I will be happy for him if he gets that gig. I just realized it did not save the title for the stream. Wow. There we go. Now it's updated. What's wrong with his attitude? He's balanced. There's nothing wrong with balance, but Willie Caballero going to Bristol Rovers would be interesting. So if I need an assistant manager, I am bringing in Colo Torre as a coach. But we might look to hire a different assistant manager. We're playing at Niigata Stadium. So I guess we just kind of play wherever for the home stadium. Which is kind of like the U.S. national team. Also, I'm slacking today, chat. I was too excited to get the stream going. Then we just went. I didn't put it in the Discord for folks. Japan duty begins. They're in high spirits ahead of our upcoming fixtures. The players will remain with the Japan setup for 6 days. Cool. Whole team meeting. Alright. Yeah. Time to impress, folks. We've got Uruguay. And we have got Colombia. Here's some scouting reports. Can we, brother? Can this game not handle international management anymore? Or something's up with it. Honestly, I know what it is. Hold up. that should now fix it. That should fix it, what I just did. Alright, so Rentaro Nara, A-. Nishimoto, A. Nemoto, good stuff. Karai, only a B. Suzuki. Kinoshita. Tokuyama. Alright, and that's who I have with us right now. So they're saying only championship level. I guess we'll see about that. Koshi Yano. Hatanaka. Another championship level player. There's no way. I need Michael Edwards. You scout him. Chernobari is a B. Plazzi is a C, but that potential screams that he's not a C. Same with Aguilar. You don't have those type of attributes, and you're a D. That is just not a thing. Not a thing. Refuse to believe. All right, we approach our first game with the Japanese national team, which is tomorrow against Uruguay. Our captain, Morita is captain, Ito is vice captain. That is fine. Who are the others, though? I'll select that. Get rid of that. Quick that. There we go. Set pieces. Load. Load. Please. There we go. In swing. And there we go. Now, are you doing it with a updated database, Andy? Yeah. All right. Cool. Then you'll have some like really young wonder kids still there. Like Nipin's only going to be like 27, 28. Ronaldo Jr. will be 25. Alright, team selection time. This is our team. Very young Uruguay team for the most part, aside from their back line, which, taking that off, because they will 100% be inverting him. There's no way they're playing him as a normal fullback. Why does it say 45? Play for 45 minutes. Koei Kuro. Play for 45 minutes. What type of instructions are that? I'm not listening to that. That's not happening. No way. I'm going to play who I need to play. Not going to be limited in our success. Alright, Sugawara and Endo, they're ready to go. They're inspired. Everyone else has no idea what we're saying. What's up, Mark? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. Of course. Ito, Sugawara. Well, what's good is that Sugawara knows the entire system already. Takefusa Kubo. Ritsu Doan. Great start. Great start. 8 minutes in. Perfect. Perfect. It won't be free, but things that like include it through subscriptions and whatnot, like Epic Games, Game Pass, Netflix, it's on those. It might be free with Epic Games. I don't know. You'd have to check that. They usually make it for free every year, towards the end. Go on, dang. Good first half. Good first half. You should be able to get it through Netflix then. We will play Nara. We'll have a playmaking ball winner in Marita. Yoshinaga. And Tawaratsu Mida. Yeah, it should. Like through the Netflix games thing, FM's on there. And if you have like Xbox Game Pass, it's on that. Epic should have it, or should have had it. And it might be discounted as well right now on Steam. We are going to bring on... Nah, that'll be it. That'll be it. Those four. Yes. What is with the game today? It's like freezing and stuff. We'll take off Doan for Dyson, who's really quick, so what the heck was that sound? I appreciate it, Mark. Thank you. And I hope you were able to find the game for free. You had a fun tactic in FM10. But you haven't seen this game. Won the Prem Champions League with Tottenham. 3-1-2-1-3. Is that the... Hold on. 3-1... I feel like I know what you're talking about. That's a lot of numbers centrally. A lot. Yeah, we're all strikers. That's what I figured. That's why I was like, that's a lot of numbers centrally. All right. 1-0 win. We'll take it over Uruguay. Good start. For what? Which player? Christian, who do you manage? Mönchengladbach, be quiet. My Southampton side could beat yours. 100%. I played him for 60 minutes. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you're telling me that I can only play him for one game, then that's ridiculous. Exactly. Want favorable use for players when I am trying to figure out who can play in this side and who cannot. So I guess to make him happy, we will go with this. And then Maida won't play. We're definitely going to need to mix up the team for the next international break, probably. Which we will talk about streams and whatnot going forward after this Colombia match. 45 minutes. For my two best players. Two of my best players. I never have those instructions with the English national team. Never. Alright, well, they'll play the first half, and then it'll be Minamino. Maybe Tokuyama. Or I'll move Yukinari out there. We shall see. We shall see how that works. I suppose. You know, Aston Villa, I am really happy with how things have been going for them. Really happy. No, we're going to play Morita this game, actually. So I am actually thinking about that one from a club perspective. To rest Sugawara for Birmingham. Plus, I need to see if Hiramasa can handle the intensity of how we play. At his age. Which, I mean, there's plenty of older players in this side already. Seems like they all did pretty well, so. I would love it if Man City didn't go. But also keep in mind, if Chelsea win the Champions League, there's another spot. Because where Newcastle is, the Europa Conference League spot's going to go to the league. And then dependent on the FA Cup, that Europa League spot could go to the league as well. I think. There we go. Great move so far. Doan. Far post. Mitoma. How'd they not score? How'd they not score? Get it out, Maya. There we go, Endo. With win, Villa would be 2 points behind Newcastle. Yeah, like, it's really tight. Very tight. If we could get a shot on target, that'd be dope. We've had, like, all the momentum. You got that? No, we don't. Oscar Cortez has that. Why is it like a home game for Colombia and Japan? That makes no sense. Takefusa Kubo. Maya! How have we not scored? Okay. So Kubo. For Minamino. Sugawara. We will play Sugawara for the second half. We need Kyogo Furuhashi to bag a goal somehow. I thought that we just won that. We've got Kyogo defending right now for some reason. Holy moly. Can we please get something here? Penalty? Handball? What are we doing? What are we doing, Japan? Oh boy. We get 6 subs. Alright, Itakura is coming on. Got 2 subs here. Let's put him on attack. The limitations killed us. I will say that. It honestly may have just been better to play 1 game on this international break. So I will keep that in mind for next time. Good save. Thinking about doing a retro save with Leeds, but it has been taken off FM Scout for free, so you have to pay £10. £10 for the database? What database is it? At least we get a goal back here. And Kyogo found the back of the net. So that's good. Like, which retro database is it? Sugawara, Yoshinaga, Sugawara, Tawa. Woo! Yeah! Let's go. What a freaking goal. Oh, so it's all of them. It's all of them. Alright, it's not just by him, it's also by the mad scientist, but yeah. If it's all of them plus the regions, then yeah, it's worth it. If it's all the way back to 94, then I would think so, Liz. I would think so. What a game. Kota's earned himself a starting gig. Kota's in over Karu. Unless I play Karu on the right wing, but Ritsu was fantastic. So I am happy with that. Nara, I think, did well enough to stay. So did Yoshinaga. The Midas stuff is annoying. Only playing 45 minutes. Same with Koei Takura. Alright, we are 9th. Brazil are 1st. But Tawa Ratsumida, that is one heck of a name, man. Yeah, you just download all of them, and then you don't renew. So if you download all of them, then you have them. It's not like you download all of them, then after a month they stop working. So Ritsu Doan is wanted by some Middle Eastern clubs, Al Ahly in Saudi Arabia, and Arsenal, even though Arsenal don't need him. Alright. I am happy with how that went. It looked like we were going to lose 100%. Battle back very late, and we got the draw. We are going to scout every single one of these Wonder Kids. Even though I know that some aren't going to be worth it. Well, on the other hand, I know that some are going to be unbelievable. And we need to find a way to get those ones that are unbelievable. And it would be great Alright, so we've got one Wonder Kid. And it's our Finn, Rotislav Ponomarev. Ponomarev, my bad. Ponomarev sounds kind of better, not gonna lie. I mean, you can choose to put, like, if you want to put it, like, in a folder on your desktop, then yeah. You can do that. It's like, you know that's where they are. Dordrek's looking for a manager. Trying to see if there's any big clubs that I'd be like, yeah, we'd leave. Like Liverpool, I'd 110% go to Liverpool. No, not a very Finnish name. That's because he's half Russian. Malambo, player of the month. Rightfully deserved. Ben McNamee, young player of the month. Yeah, Alexander Barkov. Yep. Barney was the player of the month. He had 6 goals. Okay. Okay. Alright, Willie Caballero's going to be leaving. So we have to find an assistant manager. But I'm happy for Willie Caballero, you know? Maybe we get Ronaldo. Did he, like, retire out of the entire game? That is not how you spell Cristiano. Once again, not how you spell Cristiano. Let's do a U18. Would not qualify for a work permit due to not having a continental coaching license. Well, how do you plan on him getting one? So annoying. Unless we offer Ronaldo with Japan as the U23s. We'll do the Japan U23s with Ronaldo. Is there original R9? That'd be cool. But I'm pretty sure he's in as like an owner, so he won't pop up. Now we could get Cristiano's son in the future. Who will come nowhere near as good as his dad, but... Alright. Short list. Not there. That is a lot of players. got a lot of players. Let's put a... Boop. There we go. You want out? You want to go eat, sir? Give me 1 sec, chat. Yeah, Romeo does. Romeo will be in one of the custom clubs that I do that'll be coming out in the next few weeks for all y'all. Which if I pick the right day to get it all done, I can get all the clubs done in a day and then the video done as well. To show y'all how to create your own clubs, how to do the player movement and all that stuff. We can hire more scouts. Sweet. Get them in. Get them in. Mauro Silva with great adaptability. Good knowledge already. Not as a chief scout though. I have one. No. No, 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 no. Hubidunda. 20 adaptability? Sweet. There we go. We're moving on up in the world. Well, we're going to be up to 9 scouts. Listen, I'm talking to everyone. See, I knew that Aguilar was a good player. I am going to assign Michael Edwards again to him. Because he gave me the accurate reading on the goalkeeper, which is much appreciated. So if I want an accurate rating, essentially send Michael Edwards to go do it because their scouts aren't going to do it. We have 3 games in quick succession. We're on 101. We can top Reading's 106. Ha! Big club, my butt. Tottenham Hotspur hold the existing mark for most wins in a championship season. We have tied them. So we win 1 more, and we have done better. Rob Layton! He's our U18's goalkeeping coach? I am all for that. All for it. I don't know if it's all of them. I know that a majority of the ones that they've taken the time to do it for do. Like 13, 14, 07, 08, I know both of those do. Vicini This is another one that I'm like, I need Edwards. So Edwards is going to take some time in Argentina. What is up, Gregors? Hope you're doing well. And then Michael Edwards is going to go to Denmark. Sounds good, Gregors. Alright, so Ryan Aitnori. He's the option at left back. He will be taking over for Maxwell Cornet. We do 88K for 5 years. 95 for 5. 97 for 5. 4. You are a... Ooh. I want him to commit his future and he won't do it. So I'm going to have to wait and then go back and renegotiate. All right, Pablo Longoria. Welcome on in. He is a new scout. Consortiums. We might have a consortium taken over. That'll be a challenge to do. Brady McGreedy, Trigger. Sask, you are at Sociedad. I literally played him for 45 minutes. That's what he said. I don't understand. FM, I'm glad you have taken out international management because it's busted and absolutely nothing makes sense. Nothing. It said, play for 45 minutes. I played for 45 minutes in that game. That is what they said. Play 45 minutes. So I did. Took him off a half. And now Seska's upset. What am I supposed to do? This is the first time this has ever happened as well. Like, they're essentially at that point saying, hey, field a weakened side because we want you to. Like, just moronic. Let's try this. What's up, Barry? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you had a good week. Actually, I didn't need to rest Sugawara because we're playing Luskelly and Gusto. I am currently trying to get Ryan Aitnori from Wolves, but he doesn't want to sign for more than 3 years, which is really annoying. But we'll get the deal done. We'll get it done. 6 in the first season, that's good. You still have Cunha? I think if all results go our way, we win the league against Birmingham City. Good stuff. Love hearing people using a false 9. Dibble dribbles. Dang it. I think the false 9 is a highly underrated role. Coordinated Dragushin. Dang it. Dribble dribbles, bangs it. No, he doesn't. Alright, so us and Sunderland are going to be going up. Ooh. Sign the next Neymar? That's a bold statement. Penalty. So I think Mr. Dean. Oh, Desiree Doué. So the French Neymar. Mr. Dean. Third goal of the season. All on pens. Which just shows we don't get pens. Faroe Islands, there were a lot. Here, not so much. David Chong from Ireland, 5-star potential. There you go. Wow, what a shot by Josh Browler. Unbelievable. That's insane. That's insane. Well, boys, Birmingham doesn't want to make it easy on us, so let's get at the races here, shall we? Who are we whipping it to? Dragushin? Yep. But it does not find him easily. Olsen plays it. Konsa. Konsa was feeling himself there. A little too much. Are you serious? Okay. Tago Amada is a fun player to have. So is Facundo Torres. Wow. What are we doing here, folks? What are we doing? There we go. There we go. Olsen down the wing into Ponomarenko, who's offsides. That is frustrating. Barry, thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm just now seeing that. Ponomarenko. Dibble dribbles. Malambo, 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 Malambo. Oh. Nibble. Ponomarenko. Nope. Not happy with how we're playing. Thankfully, we have a game in hand, but I'm not happy with how we're playing. Malambo. Dibbling. Dibbling. Shoot that. Thank you. Well, yeah, Gregors. I mean, we need to finish strong. We need to finish strong because if we can win this game and win our next game, we win the league with 5 games left. I think. Or no, now we have 5 games left right now. So yeah, if we win our next game, or even win this game, the league's done, dusted. Like, Sunderland have no chance. Which I'd like to think they don't have a chance anyways. There we go, Cornet, Malambo. Dibbling. There was no one there, my man. Malambo somehow kept that in. Dibbling, you got that. He hit the crossbar. What are we doing? Why are we hitting piss missiles within the box? Why are we doing that? That shouldn't even be like a thought. Like, I'm gonna rail this ball at the crossbar right now. And we hit the post again. Unreal. Unreal. We're bringing on Sugawara. Sugawara's on. Juan Larios is on. Harwood Bellis comes on. And no. This is my favorite tactic. I love how it looks, love how it plays. Watch the tutorial, but you should be able to just put it in editor data. No! Should just be able to plug it into editor data. We got this. You got this. There you go, Olsen. Never mind. Olsen. Ponomarenko. Ponomarenko was gone. Ponomarenko was gone. Talk about a comeback. How about that? That should be it. Done and dusted. At home as well. Well, yeah, it's under Sports Interactive. You have to go into Sports Interactive under Football Manager 24. You go into those wherever editor data is within that. That's where it is. And then they go down and score after I take it off attacking, because why wouldn't they? This game just doesn't like you winning the league at home. I know it doesn't. Harwood Bellis, Dibbling. Sugawara, Ponomarenko. He's on! He's... Oh, come on! Oh. Yeah, it'll do the regens, yeah. Birmingham City made that so difficult. Alright, well, Leverton's done the rest of the season. So it was nice having him while it lasted. I'll put Pomerev up there, not Pomeranko. There we go. You do not need to create a new section and call it Football Manager 2024. You do not need to do that whatsoever. You need, like, if I'm going to it right now, like, you can't see it, but I can see it on my monitor right now. I go to Documents, Sports Interactive, Football Manager 2024, Editor Data, you put it in there. You put both in there, and you'll tick both boxes when you are making your game. Like your save, you'll tick both of those boxes, and it'll have the new gens, and it'll have the database. Hope that helps, Matt. All right. This is the group that we play against Blackburn in 3 days to seal the title. Why we're making this difficult on ourselves right now, I don't know. Alright, Yaya has been accepted. We have some pretty good potential players with the Japanese national team. We just need to help them all realize that potential. It's going to be really difficult because I can't buy the entire nation of Japan's players. That's just not possible. What's up, Larcy? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day, good week, good weekend. Let's see if they want Mateus Fernandez. They probably and most definitely cannot afford him. We'll see if they want Mateo Joseph. And Ben McNamee might be able to start playing games next season. I am doing as well as I can, sir. I need to raise the desk, though. Because my arm is starting to bother me a tiny bit. Well, I'd rather it bother me a tiny bit and get up now than it start bothering me a whole heck of a lot and then wait. Oh... Well, Matt, good luck with that, sir. That is why I do not do that stuff. Like, I enjoy the retro databases, but I enjoy this way more. Doing all the retro stuff, it can be way too much. All right. We're good. This is our group. Not at full strength, but should be good enough to get us the win that we need and win the title. Away from home, too. Absolutely love hearing that. Like, if I go retro, I play 4-4-2, but I also don't do the I also don't do all the new gens and all that stuff. Like, I like having non-real players to build stories around. Like Eric Olsen right here. Perfect. Another one, Ponomarev. Perfect. I like having the story building aspect. Because, I mean, if I'm playing a retro database, all I'm going to want to do is keep on counting down the days until Neymar's in it, until Harry Kane's in it, until Cristiano Ronaldo's in it, until Messi's in it, and then just build an absolute super team, and that's not going to be very fun. I like the challenge of not knowing any of the players in the future and having to decide for myself, okay, how good is this player actually? Absolutely love it when he beats St. Pally. I love it. Hamburg loves it. Dibbling. Dang it. Sugawara whips it. Dragushin. Nope, Konsa. Never mind. Dragushin's not playing. He is on the bench for this game. Konsa. Dang. You're on that, Olsen. Nibbling. Olsen. Sugawara. Malambo. Oh my goodness. He is player. He is talking mad game in front of that defender. He is player of the season. So good. Such an unbelievable recommendation. Yes, that is the Derby. They're in the same city. Very different clubs. St. Pally is probably the most political club in the world. One of, for sure. And then Hamburg have some of the best fans in a second tier in the world. I've always liked Hamburg. They've always produced some solid players. Plus, Hamburg kind of wears this blue that I'm wearing right now. Which just so happens to be my favorite color. Get it out. Absolutely, that is the most important part. See if Makoko can add an assist here. Or a goal. He's been an assist machine, which I did not expect, really. Harwood Bellis is taking corners. What universe do we live in? One that Schlotterbeck takes corners in, apparently, as well. There you go, Ponomarenko, Makoko. Makoko, Ponomarenko, and he puts it over the net. Gotta love how Makoko hurt himself again. Olsen. Cornet to Downs. Downs, he was trying to hit Olsen. You got that, Mr. Dean, Ponomarenko, Ponomarev, Makoko. Olsen, Ponomarev. What is... How did Piers save that? 4 after this, I believe. But, there we go. That's the title. That's the title right there. Former Liverpool boy, João Consa. Current Liverpool I can speak. Current Liverpool boy in reality, though. Makoko. I was just about to ask if you're still here, Matt. $750 for all of them. I mean, for all of them, that is pretty decent. I hope you were able to figure out how to get that installed, because that's something I personally not willing to do. There we go! We are going up. Yeah, we are going up. As champions. I have not, Larcy. We're going up. As champions. Really? That's impressive. Champions of the championship. Most wins in a season. 2 points off now for most points in a season. There we go. We are one of the most successful fairways managers of all time. How do you view that? It's not that. I don't know how to view that currently. But we have done a very, very good job. I do kind of feel bad that Leicester City aren't going up. Leicester City are in 18th. And it was between Southampton and Leicester City on where we went. Yeah, Matt, there's plenty of tutorials out there on how to install stuff. I mean, Work the Space kind of covered a majority of them when the game initially dropped. All right. So we have 4 games left. Point record's 106, we're on 105. Point record was set by Reading. Wins record was set by Tottenham. We just beat Tottenham's. And then we got 4 games to beat the point record. So even if we got 4 draws, or even 2 draws, we will still beat it. So we've got Stoke City, Leicester City, Barnsley from what I can see. All right, Caballero gone. I'm going to need to take a deeper look at these players at the end of the season. All right. So Felipe Aguilar is most likely going to be our striker next season. I love when strikers do that, when they're having that sort of season. But I mean, our top goal scorer this season is our number 10, Mr. Anthony Malombo. Unbelievable. Which he will feature in a video next week, but I recorded it yesterday, so we won't have like his actual numbers at the end of the season in it. However, in the tactic video that you guys will be able to finally download this tactic that all you are asking about almost every stream recently, this will be coming out this upcoming week as well. Which I gotta make its cousin tactic, which should be fairly simple. And then it'll be good. All right, so Jorgensen is a clean sheet away from breaking the championship record. We're just breaking everything. Everything. All sorts of records. There's also Vicini. I love his passing ability, though. He reminds me a lot of Benoni DeBont. Reminds me a lot of him. Doesn't have the pace of him, but he really reminds me of him. He'd be fun to have up top. And for those of you that do not know who Benoni DeBont is, he's like my all-time favorite new gen that I've ever had. He was a striker that I had this year. Eki, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope that's how it's pronounced. It's either Eki or Essie or Esive. It's one of the things that I just said. Don't know which one, though. All right, so Nkoko's good for 45 minutes. He will play the second half. Cool. Cool. I believe, not after this game, after the next game, we can make another offer for Ryan Aitnori. And hopefully we get the win here. And if we get the win here, we set the wins record. Save's going great. So this is a journeyman. We started in the Faroe Islands, dominated in the Faroe Islands. And then we moved on to Denmark. Ditto right there. Got the gig here at Southampton in the championship. And we have essentially broken every single record that exists within the championship with our team and a couple of our players this season as well. There we go. Thank you, Stoke City, you absolute legends. Thank you, Stoke City. Absolute legends. But yeah, the save's going well. I appreciate you asking. You did the double in the first season. That's great. Double, you mean Prem FA Cup or Prem Champions League? Cornet. Oh! Prem Europa League. That works too. That was Cornet's first goal of the season too. Sounds good, Matt. I hope that installing that goes fairly simple. It's wishful thinking, I feel like, though. Malo gusto to Eric Olsen. Malo gusto. Dragushin. Harwood. Dibble dribbles. Gusto. Malambo. He puts it right up on him. Okay. If you could win the Champions League the season after winning the Europa League, that would be Jose Mourinho-esque. And you might be the special one. Cornet. Dragushin. Good stuff. I tried doing a series a couple FMs back where every season I'd use a new tactic. And I was doing FC Porto, and we won the quintuple, but we went from the Champions League down to the Europa League, and then we won the Europa League. And then the next season, we switched tactics, and we were on to do the exact same thing, but win the Champions League. There you go. Beating a Hansi Flick Barcelona is not easy. Intercept. Double dribbles. Oh. That would have been nice. I realized hours ago I said I was going to talk about streams and whatnot going forward. For the time being, great goal by Eric Olsen, assisted by double dribbles, Tyler Dibbling. But we will do it after this match. We shall do it after this match. He is my kryptonite. Aside from Real Madrid, he's my kryptonite. He is the one manager that it's unbelievably difficult for me to beat him. Unbelievably difficult. Now, Larcy, I don't know if you watched probably about 7 months ago now when I was doing my original Journeyman. We were at Lazio and he was at Inter Milan. And it was just bare knuckle fight the entire time we were there trying to win the league. It was us, then them, then us, then them, then us. And it's just, damn, I wanted the clean sheet for Jorgensen. But it's just, he's so incredibly difficult to play against. And it doesn't help when he's using a super overpowered 4-2-2. But then now he uses a super overpowered 4-2-3-1. So it's like, all right, sick. All right, so Dibbling on. Ponomarev on. Lushkelly on. Flynn Downs. Juan Larios. 4-2-3-1 is the formation to use. I like using an asymmetric version of it though, because then I can get it to play like it has two strikers at times. You got that hardwood. There you go. Dragushin. Mokoko. Harwood. Larios. Lewis Skelly. Larios. Downs. Pomeroy. Bang it. Our Finnish next-gen wonder boy. Number 10 on the list. Mr. Ponomarev. What a shot. Well placed. From the 10 spot. I don't even know where I plan on playing him anymore. If it's at the 10, if it's as a Segundo Volante. He is a very, very solid player. I just need to find a way to get him more playing time is the thing. He's not going to play over Malambo. I don't think he's going to play over Louis Skelly either. Because how he is built, it just works. Did that just say Stoke City U21s? That's so confusing. You're using a 4-2-4. 4-2-4 is fantastic. Give me one sec. My cat wants in. All right, we back. 38 goals, all comps from Ollie Watkins. That's great. We now have the point record. Now we just need the clean sheet record. Yeah, Dean Thornton, who is our goalkeeping coach, is our assistant manager. Let's sort that real quick. Let's go ahead and sort that out. $93 options. Cool. Trying to find a fun name. A fun name to have. It's like, yeah, let's do it. He's 30 in your save? Yeah, so, some of the rules in other leagues are a bit wild. Right, Carlos Martin is at Braga and Pau. You are also at Palmeiras. You were both there at the same time. We could go with Casper Hjelmland. Is his son Morton? No. Let's go. I think we're gonna go with Joao Martins. Or Carlos Martino. Jeez Louise. Canada's up 7-1. Yo, because you've been monitoring that. Is that one girl with Slovakia? Is she playing still? The one that's like the future of her entire national team? Alright. I think we're going to go with Carlos Martino. To be our assistant manager. Who'd you get knocked out to? Belgian center back. He could be a good central defender. Paderborn used to be pretty good. But now no longer. Who's this kid? Marvin Akahoman. He's not going to be a ball-playing defender, but we don't play ball-playing defenders. He could be a central defender, and he's left-footed. We have no left-footed defenders. They weren't in those ones? All right. I do prefer my players to have faces, but when you are fitting the youth to gold portion of this save, I think it's all right. Franco Mastantuono. Another player that could be pretty good as a 10. Cheap. He'll end up being better than Malambo. But we're going to compare him with Malambo. So Malambo's better mentally and defending wise. He's quicker, has better vision. But Mastantuono is better aerially, technically, and attacking wise. I know that the chat's kind of blocking some of Malambo's numbers a little bit, but looking at these two players, chat, who would you rather have? Is it cheating if you use attribute masking off? I don't think so. It is up to however everyone wants to play the game. If you want to scout, scout. If you don't, don't. That's essentially what it comes down to. I like scouting. Shoot, I've got a binder in this closet to my left that actually has like a scouting list that I've put together hellas ago, but I would like to start doing again, which, as you guys kind of look at these two players, Mastantuono left, Malambo right. Which one would you rather have at the 10 spot? We know what Malambo does already, but Mastantuono is going to outgrow him. Malambo's essentially hit his peak, apparently. Samu Umeridian's good. There you go, Matt. All right, so while you guys deliberate over which player you'd rather have, either Malabo or Mastantuono, 4 streams going forward this upcoming week, not going to be any. Not one on Tuesday, not one on Thursday, not one on Saturday. I'm going to take the entire week to try and get a bunch of videos done for the foreseeable future because of what's going on with my arm and whatnot, and I might have to have surgery. Not might, most likely will have to have surgery. But with the streams, I'll still be able to do them up until, say, I do have to get surgery. I'll be able to do it up until I am able to do that. Then I would most likely not be able to stream for at least a month, which sucks. But with the videos and whatnot, that's why I'm trying to get as much done as I possibly can. And I am also considering, which I know people like watching on YouTube, I know people like watching on Twitch, but it seems like far more people like watching on Twitch than they do on YouTube. So I am thinking about just going to streaming on Twitch potentially, which should help with the numbers on YouTube, because since I've been streaming on YouTube, it's been messing with the algorithm quite a bit. Which it always does. I know YouTube says it doesn't. It does, unfortunately, and I am not Tim the Tap Man. So it hurts the channel more than it helps it. So with streams going forward, might be switching to just Twitch. But this upcoming week, there aren't going to be any streams, so I can get as much content done as possible for YouTube videos. Which, spoke about that on Tuesday. I hope everyone understands I'm doing it for health and everything, because the more that I don't have to worry about constantly sitting at a desk and doing work and all that, the more I can rest this, and hopefully it can get better naturally and on its own than me having to get surgery. Because 1, that costs a lot of money, 2, that would cost a lot of time. Thank you, Joey, for the follow. I appreciate it. But yeah, that is kind of what I wanted to talk about very quickly when it comes to streams and whatnot. So I hope all y'all understand where I'm coming from with all of it. I like Malamo a lot. I also like Mastantuono. I've had Mastantuono in the past. This is the first time having Malamo. I think... So you're saying put Malamo on the wing. You saw Project Blue Lock and clicked. Well, we are managing the Japanese national team. And I am trying to essentially, 1, create a world-class striker with them. Not just a world-class team, but a world-class striker, and win the World Cup as well. And if we could do it in 2030, that'd be absolutely insane. But that is kind of the goal with that, Joey. I appreciate it, Larcy. But what y'all are saying, Malabo on the wing, Mastantuono at the 10. That's very random, Jojo. Very random. About as random as all the numbers in your name. But okay. So, Malabo on the wing, Mastantuono at the 10. How would that work? Could that work? We'd have to train Malabo to be a right winger. We have Makoko who could play on the right wing, as well as Dibbling. Ali. I'm trying to figure, because that makes sense, Larcy. Like, it makes sense. It's just, if we do it, who doesn't play? Because Mokoko's not, he hasn't worked up top as a striker. He works as a winger. He's pretty solid as a winger. Unless Dibbling left, Mokoko right, Mastantuono 10, Malambo the 9. Solid guy who's... No one's performing bad. Because I want Mastantuono. Ponomarenko ain't doing well. Not going to lie. 24 games played, 5 goals. Olsen, 13 and 8 in all comps. Malambo, 25 and 15 in all comps. Dibbling, 11 and 14 all comps. Mokoko has been hurt for a while, but he's got 9 and 14 in all comps. I could, because Malambo is 6 foot. He scores quite often. Could mold him into a striker in the offseason. Could mold him into a striker. See, yeah, now we're on the same wavelength here. Because as a second striker, shadow striker, 25 and 15. Ponomarenko is 5, and he has a striker. And then Leverton, who is our striker, at 21. Malambo is a goal short of 2 strikers combined. He's also 6 foot. And right now, our problem for next season is that we don't have a striker. Like a, for certain striker of like a high ability. And playing him as an advanced forward might work. But then, because like I said, I want Mastantuono. We just got Miles Lewis-Skelly. He is going to be our Segundo Volante. We also have Ponomarev, who is top 10 in the next gen. He has a lot of growing to do, and I think he'll get eaten alive at the Prem if I were to start him. You look at his attributes, and it's like, maybe we loan him. Maybe we loan him, and he develops. And we bring in someone like a Mastantuono, move Malambo up top, play that group, and then reconvene second season up, being like, okay, Ponomarev should be good to go now. Who loses out? Maybe we do that. I think the attacking midfielder and the shadow striker both are very good. Just in this system, because I've had an attacking midfielder, I've had a shadow striker, I've had an advanced playmaker. Shadow striker, second striker, I kind of like the best for what I want it to do, or the 10 to do within this tactic. So hopefully that answers your question. So I think we go Mastantuono. And then you're going to be greedy Just like the rest of the clubs down there every time I want one of your players. 8-5. Are you kidding me? Nine. Thank you. That's it technically changes it to 4-2-4. We're trying to get Ryan Nori for that spot, actually. But then, I mean, here's a 10 that we could go get from Barcelona and develop him, too. So it's like, we've got options. Plus, I mean, who wouldn't want to have a 10 with that awesome of a mustache? Like, that's fantastic. Can I actually go for Nori yet? We'll see. We're also trying to get Marvin because we don't have any left-footed center backs. We have got 4 right-footed center backs, and then Kochap's leaving. Plus, we've got Warner. No interest. And no interest. Well, there goes that idea, boys. There goes that idea. Probably once we get to the Prem, then they'll consider. Then they'll consider. Which we have to wait essentially until July? Did I just say Jaime Rodriguez is a manager at Granada? What the? That is one of the best appointees of all time. Jaime Rodriguez is a manager. He was playing in Austria? FM creates some of the craziest things. But you are right in saying that we could move to a 3-back if I wanted to. We will play Brazil. And just so I can play the homie, Muridin Hasanov, we will play Tajikistan. So, for right now, we will have to do some thinking about that 10 spot. We will have to do some thinking about the 10 and the striker still. Which I've identified a striker. I have. Which means we can keep Malambo where he is thriving. Don't tell me we have... Alright, cool. Alright, so we've got Leicester City, Barnsley, and Middlesbrough. If somewhere in there we can get a clean sheet, Jorgensen has the record. He would have the record. Tierno Bari. He might be a player in a future save that I go and get. Yeah, it's the deep line playmaker. Very good channel. That's usually an inquiry, or if it's like a non-contract type deal. Cheeto Obi Martin. All right, we got a scout. I might ask for even more scouts. Just constantly ask for scouts. I can't ask for scouts. Can't ask for coaches or... Okay. Cool. Cool. He might be suspended for the year. That does happen with some players in some instances. Or like the players that like end up having like a sickness or something IRL, and then they have to replicate it in the game, so like you don't have the player for the season. So, if I'm thinking right, which hopefully I am, if we go up to the Prem, we can then get Maston Tuono. And if I wanted, I could start to play Malambo up top, so he can start learning striker early. And maybe play Skelly there? Or Ponomarev there? Maybe? Because I mean, look at Sugawara. Sugawara is a Scudetto Volante, and he's essentially playing as a 10. That is why I love that role. I mean, yeah, why not? If you can't play him, sell him. There we go. Olsen. Bang it. Just wide. Just wide. Cornet. Dang. Debling. Cornet. Dang. Gusto, Malambo, Debling. Dragushin. Dibling. Harwood. That was not good. Thank you, Gusto. Good stuff to Dibling. Dibling to Olsen. Kid's just, he's so good. He's so good. And I love it. Love every second of it. Bum, bum. Ponomarenko, you might be heading out the door after one season, my man. Sounds good, Larcy. Harwood, Dragushin, Gusto, Malambo, Olsen, Sugawara. Bang, bang, dang. Cornet's had an unbelievable season. It's a bummer that he doesn't want to resign. He's been very good for us. But that's how he wants to be. Malambo again. He has now equaled what 2 strikers on our team have done. Bum, bum. Malambo's like our Victor Gyökeres, but as a 10. Unbelievably good. And Dibbling's hurt. Not ideal. Not ideal. Bad pass from Sugawara. Which means they'll probably capitalize. Just like I said. Poorly played ball from Sugawara. Poorly played defensively by Harwood. Poorly played by Jorgensen at the near post. Just poorly played all around. So the clean sheet will not come against Leicester City, it looks like. Ah. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we don't go. Malambo, Ponomarenko, out wide, Olsen. There we go. Send him. There you go. Thankfully he did. Gusto, dang. I feel like he should have sent Sugawara like a second sooner. No, no. They've not been that convincing in their final 8 games. There we go, Dragushin. They just have not been that convincing. I mean, it is a really, 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 really long season, so... Yeah, I mean, 6 goals in the first half. And now we get a pen. Which I think Mr. Dean will take, or Dragushin might take, because Dragushin's on a hat trick currently. But Mr. Dean takes it, and he slots it. Who's at my door? Hello. What's up? Hello. You want to come help manage? Hi, you gonna sit on your tongue or you gonna sit next to me? Jorgensen, Mr. Dean. We gotta make subs after this. And I want to do it because I just want to try it. We're gonna put Malambo up top for the rest of this game. Which means it probably won't produce anything. But you never know. What's up, big bald lad? We have been actually at the clubs that are beneath me. This is Vikingur Goethe in the Faroe Islands. This is Aalborg in Denmark. That is Southampton. And then we are also at the Japanese national team right now. Hence, Project Blue Lock. So we started in the Faroe Islands, did really, really well, even qualified Vikingur Goethe for the Champions League pretty quickly, and turned them into being the only professional club in the league. So they're just going to dominate the league now, thanks to us. And then also when we were at Aalborg, topped the relegation group with them when we took the job. Got European football with them. Unfortunately, didn't qualify to the Conference League. But we did win the Danish Cup and finished second at Copenhagen. And then we went to Southampton. And we have essentially broken every single record that there is to break except for the clean sheet record, which we are still trying to do in our remaining games in the season. And we have also taken on the Japanese national team job, which we played Uruguay and Colombia today. Beat Uruguay 1-0. Drew Colombia 2-2 pretty late. It was pretty awesome. Enjoying it quite a bit. Ponomarev. Larios. Going outside. Ooh! Juan Larios getting on the score sheet. There you go. That's a fun club to do. They produce some pretty good players throughout time and saves. Are you doing like a building a nation, or is that just like a starting point for you and then you're going to go from there? Those are always fun saves to do. Like a not planned Journeyman, but just play and see what happens. $111 points now. Deb Wayne's out the rest of the season. All right. Michael Edwards believes this kid to be special. He's on Monaco. Might end up just sending Michael Edwards to just look at everyone. Yeah, that'd be forcing him to play there, though. I could play Makoko or Adingra. Could do that. MK Don save. You won 4 Champions Leagues, 7 Prem Leagues. There you go. With McDonald's. Okay. Who plays there? Because Makoko's not 100%, but he has 7 days. He can do it. Put Warner. We're doing this. We're doing this. Like, you look at his attributes and he's perfect for it. The double wingers supply the width. They supply the width. So they're playing all the way to the byline. Inverted fullback. Allowing to create a back 3. Segundo Volante pushes up. Can create a 4 here. Or the Shadow Striker pushes up. He then acts as a 10. And then the inverted wingback comes in. Plays as a ball winning not plays as a ball winning midfielder. Plays with the ball winner. And then we got a 3-2-4-1. Or a 3-2-3-2. It's pretty nice. Or even a 3-2-1-4. Dependent on how it ends up building up. Because, I mean, it showcased it perfectly last match. Our Segundo Volante was playing as the 10 was moving around, trying to, 1, get open, and 2, create a play. Which is why the one thing that annoys me that people say is that all the players in their roles, they don't move from where they're supposed to be. And it's like, that's wrong. Because I've seen a pressing forward backtrack all the way back and play as a right back just to win the ball back that he lost, as the right back then moves forward to take his spot. So this system allows for incredible versatility, and everyone can essentially do every job. Hence why I'm playing a left winger as an inverted wing back, and it's worked very, very well. And Cornet has a goal and 14 assists in the league, goal and 15 assists overall. New team record. What's the record for the league as a whole? Can I see that? Alright, so it doesn't show all time. Does not show all time. Malambo might be able to do it for goals. Jorgensen is tied currently. Mwambo's the highest average rating. Mwambo has the most player of the matches. We have 66 yellow cards? That doesn't seem like it. That doesn't really seem like it. How many times have we had players suspended? Like none. One, maybe. This, it might be because of the skin. It also might be because I have the real name fix and all that stuff. Also might be the size of the screen. Might be a couple different things for that. Big bald lad. Awesome name, by the way. Yeah, Larcy, bit like Total Football. I've always liked that. Dunda. And Utku Khan. They're going to deny one of those. They don't feel we need another scout. I do feel we need more scouts. I use the SAS 25. Lazarov. I really want to bring him in and make him work. All right, so Sunderland are going up with us. Young, cheap center backs. Not off the top of my head. Not off the top of my head, my man. So we need a clean sheet either against Barnsley or Middlesbrough. I know of young center backs that are good. Now there is that one that we've been looking at though. That's at Tottenham now. Marvin Ekahomen. He's 19. He's at FC Basel. Maybe even at Will. They got him from FC Basel for 10.5. No, yeah, he's at FC Basel. And they got him for 10.5. Looks like he turns into an absolute beast. All right, so between Barnsley and Middlesbrough, we need the clean sheet, and then we set the record. I'm confused. I didn't realize we were trying to get Jillian Jenkins as a physio. Okay. How has Zendaya been doing? Improving slowly. We're definitely going to need to loan him out a couple of times. All right, let's see how this goes. We're playing Malombo up top. All right, let's go get 3 points. Let's see how Malombo does up top. Playing Ponomarev at the 10. There we go. Cornet, Sugawara, Malombo, and... Oh, no way that just went over! Oh, you're sitting right here. Hello. Hi. Yeah, you blend right into this carpet because you're black. And so is the carpet. Yeah. I will have to check again after this game. It starts with an A, I think. Gusto, Malombo, Ponomarev, Sugawara. Sugawara. Dang. Hi. What's up? What? Hi. Mr. Dean, Dragushin, Harwood, Makoko, Gusto, Sugawara. Should have played that to Cornet. There we go. Come on, Dean. Ponomarev, dang. See what I mean? Malombo was just all the way down past Sugawara. Sugawara is a segundo volante. Malombo's our striker. Let me hit the crossbar. Dang. We're getting close. We have 1 shot on target, but 14 shots. Talk about getting FM'd. Let's get to 114. Let's find a way to win this game. Can we get anything going? I'm gonna try that. Let's get one Larios on. And Konsa. Why can't we get anything going? Like, not a single thing. We've had 16 shots, 3 on target. No highlights. We got the clean sheet. 100% should have won that game, though. Ooh. He's at Leipzig and he is a striker. He's that fast and he's 6'7". Chat, I found our striker. We just have to go to the Prem and then we can get him. A 6'7" speedster who's great aerially. That center back, by the way, Marvin Akahomen. That is his name, Larcy. You are very welcome. Last game of the season. One thing I want to check real quick. See what might be open. Liverpool still is not safe. Like, it's stable. But I mean, they aren't probably going to sack him. Are there any new surprise candidates that might? Still Sevilla, still Atalanta. Here's a club in that 37 save idea video. Like I say, somehow, some way, they go up to the Serie A. Don't know how, but it's like consistent. They keep going up. It was Michael Basso. Good enough to play for him already. Yeah, and in this, which, keep in mind, we're in what is technically Season 5, technically Season 4, however you want to look at it. He's 19, so he is young. He's probably not going to move. Hello, I... Ryan Nori to be the new left back. I wonder if they're going to buy Bazunu. We're doing all right. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day, good week, good weekend. All right, so it says he can grow more. That's good. Because, like, the man's 24. There's no way that he's capped out. Just doesn't make sense to me. We've got an assistant manager for the last game of the season. That's good. Hello. They got him on a free. That's a solid winger. Like, that is a great option. Not great at finishing, but he's good at playmaking. Great at playmaking. And he's pacey. For that price, can't beat that. That's a darn good find. He wants to be a breakthrough prospect. This man is never going to get mad if I don't play him. This is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Flixie, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm just now saying that. Ryanite Nori, welcome to Southampton for next season when we're in the Prem as champions of the championship, breaking every record that there is, essentially. This is the 200th game. Of her managerial career. Boom, boom, boom. All right. I don't think Olsen's going to be able to play. So we're going to have to play Dingra. Deblin was third in Player of the Month. This is Lewis Bent's kid. He's doing well for them. What's up, Barry? Elias Hilaire. He'd be a great option. Amar Dedic as well. MC. What's MC? Oh, Minecraft? Minecraft, yeah. I've never been one that's gotten into Minecraft. Like, aside from FM, it's like FIFA, Starfield, Skyrim, Mass Effect, Halo, Battlefield, those. No, this is our first season at Southampton. So we took over after they had been relegated. And we're getting them back up with the goal to stay up. What you doing, sir? You want to say hello to everyone? Oh, here you go. Now you're all shy and you don't want to look at the camera? Yeah. Let's see if they can score while I'm holding you, dude. Makoko. Harwood. Sugawara. Plays it off. Gusto. Decent chance. Sugawara whipping it. Dragushin, maybe. That's who he was aiming for, at least. Then we're offsides. My cat has absolutely melted into my arms. I don't think I'm going to be able to set him down. Sugawara, Dragushin, Makoko, Gusto, Sugawara, Ponomarenko, Cornet. Should have hit a Dingra, but they didn't. Malambo. Bingo. 27th goal of the season. And we scored while I'm holding you, sir. Can I set you on your tower? Cool. Good boy. We're dominating them. We have come a very long way this season as a club. This is the club that knocked us out in the Carabao Cup. And as of right now, even though they're getting a highlight now, as of right now, they don't have a single shot on net. A single shot, period. Just we took over the Southampton group and turned them into a monster that I do not think the Premier League is ready for in this world. I really don't. Well, Ponomarenko's going to be doing that. They're definitely going to be ready for us. Holy smokes, man. What was that? Cornet. Dang. Good save, Jorgensen. Cornet. Olsen. Cornet, Lewis Skelly. Dean. Olsen. What a shot. That was a laser. That was a laser from the young Dane off the bench. What a player he is. I mean, it's just... We have talent out the wazoo, man. And this tactic that you guys are going to be getting this upcoming week, it's just... It is probably the most perfect tactic I've ever made. Not, like, that's not even an exaggeration. The team that I have built and the system that I developed while we were at Aalborg, by the way, which helped us finish second to Copenhagen. We almost won the league. It's just second to none. Easily one of my top 3 tactics. That was unbelievable. Great way to cap off this first season with Southampton. 46 games, 115 points, 86 goal differential is what we finish on. Next closest side was 20 points behind us, which was Sunderland, who will be going up with us. We will be moving forward, though, to see who will be going up with us through the playoffs, which the playoffs, Bristol City, Sheffield United, Blackburn Rovers, and Sheffield Wednesday. That last club I said I can't believe is in that position. Just beating out Leeds United. Unbelievable final game by Maxwell Cornet. I wish you would stay, but you won't. I understand. Go get one last payday probably from Saudi Arabia. What? What are they talking about? Why are you even asking me? What? Okay, media. That is target number 1 right there. Target number 1, Michael Alec. 6'7" with pace, aerial ability, vision that should help him move the ball, great off the ball, amazing cut. This dude is a monster. Absolute monster. Unbelievable. Yep, we've been trying to scout him, try and get him at least fully scouted, which for whatever reason we can't get him fully scouted, and I guess it's because he's not human. So they're like, I don't know how to scout this person because he shouldn't be 6'7", have incredible pace, and just be a monster at the age that he's at. We've essentially found the German Zlatan. Did not hit the help button. I meant to hit this. Give me one sec, check, because I gotta save it. And I also have to title it something for a video. But also just now realize that we are moving on to Season 6, which is pretty dope. Or maybe not even Zlatan. We found Zava. We have found Zava, who has an avocado farm and eats a lot of asparagus. All right. Attempt to avoid relegation. Yes, the guy from Ted Lasso. I'm glad you caught that reference. Alright. Plan, boys. We're going to attempt to avoid relegation. And that is all that I'm going to say. When secretly, chat, I believe we're good enough to qualify for Europe. I think we are good enough to do so. Can we go to the United States? Nope. We're going to go to one of Gregor's favorite places. We're going to go to Austria. We're going to go to Austria for preseason. We will be going to Austria for preseason, and we will be probably playing Wolfsburger. There we go, I can speak. Tyrol. Austria Vine. Clubs like that. It didn't say a city, Gregors. It just said Austria. Ryan Mason sacked by Leicester City. Which means they almost got relegated. Cardiff are going down. Barnsley are going down. Charlton are going down. Us and Sunderland, Stadium of Light, and the Saints, we're going up. Who we will be joined by, we do not know. We will find out towards the end of this month. This is essentially what we're doing. We're waiting on the CU Jack confirmation. And then I want that German striker. But essentially we got to wait until July. All right, cool. We got Oscar. Fantastic move. We'll probably play Salzburg as well. See if we can compete against a Champions League level club. says he is a D. Okay, he did really well for them, but all right. Looking at the rest of them. Sheffield fired their manager. You're in the playoffs. Why would you fire your manager? Or did he just leave? Neil Harris, you went to Ipswich. What a... Can't say that word. Can't say that word. Not on YouTube. To cover debt? I didn't realize we were in debt. Alright, so we got 21 mil. Have Michael Edwards fully scout him. Because if we can get a left winger with attributes like I'm seeing right now for 3.1 million, you best believe I'm doing it. Wide playmakers. Sheffield Wednesday just beat Bristol City 4-0 in their first leg. Sheffield Wednesday might be going to the Premier League. If they can do that in the playoff final, Blackburn just beat Sheffield United 1-0, but there are the second leg, so Sheffield United have a chance to make it a Sheffield United v Sheffield Wednesday playoff final for the Prem. Talk about high stakes. Two clubs that do not like each other playing for a boatload of money in a spot in the Prem. And I absolutely love our physio's last name right here. His last name is Little John. Adrian Littlejohn. Fantastic. He was the League One Player of the Season. Crackers, you're wild. Sheffield Wednesday, barely through. Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United playoff final. Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United playoff final. What's up, Thattle? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, the Sheffield teams are getting plenty of pub today because they are doing plenty well. They're doing very well. Doing great. Got promoted to the Prem. Might be able to sign one of the best strikers I've ever seen, and he's 6'7". Love it. Target practice V2 is a cheat code. Beat Canada with Cuba 4-0. First time in 4 years you won against Canada. Wait, you're Cuba and you beat Canada? That's great. But yeah, I mean, it's a very good tactic. How did I get the regen faces? Face pack. It is a face pack, and I have to use the FMZ tool to do it, which, to download these faces, it's kind of a pain in the butt. To where I had to do like this sketch way of downloading it. You have to download it, unplug your router, plug it back in, refresh the page. It thinks that you have a new time link to download it. You do it again, download it again, do it again, download it again, and then it's downloaded. I wish things were easy, but they're not. Everything has some type of crazy difficulty. I love it. A-. Make it to where these ratings make sense, because he's an A+. Our season was an A+, because we broke every record there was. We went on a quarterfinal run to the not to the FA Cup, in the FA Cup, and Aston Villa beat the team that we ended up losing to, which is why I was saying we probably could have won the darn FA Cup. I do not have a video link. No, I do not. Sort it out as I do, but it's outdated. So I might, now saying that, might do a updated version for everyone. Because I'm having to do a couple of updated versions of different videos for everybody that I have planned out currently. History in the making. Record breakers. Most assists by a player in a season, Yukinari Sugawara with 17. Most clean sheets, 25 from Philip Jorgensen, one for every year he has been on this earth. Anthony Malambo, 12 player of the matches. Highest transfer fee paid, Adam Wharton. Giant waste of money, unfortunately, I have a feeling. So we'll try and recoup some of that this season if we can. We should win Manager of the Year. Be a sham if we don't. Anthony Malambo essentially just almost a clean sweep of all club awards. But we were unbelievable. We also in this season we got Manager of the Year in Denmark. Then we became the Manager of Japan. And now we're probably going to be Manager of the Year in the championship, because we broke every record, won the darn thing on 115 points. Most wins ever. We also are in the Faroe Islands Hall of Fame, because that's where our manager's from. Alright, so the playoff final has not been had yet. I kind of want to watch that game. Is that possible? Is that possible? Where are you? We're going to watch your game. Sean Dyche led Sheffield United. We're going to attend that game. Which thankfully I did that because it was this day. Alright, this is the first time we actually get to watch a game that we're not managing. When you look at these two teams, team on the left 100% should win. And former Southampton boy, Ronnie Edwards. Also former Southampton boy, Gustavo Hammer. Former Southampton boy, Danny Ings. You look at this Sheffield United side, they should be going up with us. But if Sheffield Wednesday have gotten to this point, I think they have a shot. We'll watch and see who's going up to the Prem with us. We shall see. Sheffield United have a very solid group. Not a group, I think, that will make them survive comfortably, but I think a group that'll help them get to the Prem potentially and be able to put up a fight at least. And depending on what players they lose, if they lose anyone, and then if they bring players in, I think Sheffield United could potentially stay up with us because I plan on staying up in dramatic fashion to where it's like, wow, they're actually really good. Yeah, I know we're really good. We've built a great system and have a great team at our disposal. But still early on, first 10 minutes, Sheffield Wednesday might be able to get a cheeky win for £200 million as well. Just an absurd amount of money. Richest game in football. Can make or break clubs, honestly. All right, 1-0, and then in the first half, seems to be pretty defensive between the two. Who's going to go up between the two Sheffields? Like, you look at the player names between the two teams, and it's like Sheffield United has players that should be in the Prem. Sheffield Wednesday. Angulo. Chalobah. I think it's Chalobah. He gets mad when you don't pronounce it correctly. Sarmiento. Ooh. Boot it. Danny Ings out wide. Sarmiento is very influential on this side, it seems. And David Pereira da Costa might be offsides. That kind of looked off. Yep. It was indeed. Still just the 1-0. Come on, Wednesday. Saved by Harrison. I think it'd be absolutely incredible if Sheffield Wednesday ended up going up. We've got 10 minutes to find a goal. 10 minutes. And their manager decided to leave them. Going into a massive promotion. And Sheffield United will be joining us. Alrighty. Why did it say speculation about why I was there? I'm not interested in going to Sheffield Wednesday. No. Alright. Alec. 100% done and scouted. That is one of the best strikers I've ever seen at 18. Unbelievable. We have just broken everything. Malambo, player of the season, and rightfully so. Malambo also top goal scorer by a goal. Leverton was young player of the year. Goal of the season, Malambo finished third. Jorgensen, gold glove. And we got manager of the year. Good stuff. Team of the year. Leverton, Dibling, Dragushin, Cornet, Jorgensen. How did the player of the year not get in to the team of the year? How does that make any sense? You're telling me Chris Rigg and Job Bellingham are in it over Malambo. What'd you do, Chris? 7 and 6. Job 8 and 12. Gonçalo Borges 14 and 6. Malambo had 26 and 12. How is he not? I just don't get it. FM, you need to fix yourself. Big time. Because nothing makes sense anymore. Especially international management. I am glad that we're managing Japan, though. It's going to be fun. We got to go to Brazil to play him. All right, so he plays for the Senegalese U20s. I'm going to see if he is interested. Not interested under any circumstances. Well, I will ask once we go up to the Prem. I will ask once we go up to the Prem. Which won't happen until next stream. Because that is where we are going to end things today, chat. That is where we will end things for today. We did absolutely unbelievable. This team is so good. I am going to try and get us to where we're able to just like kind of start and go right into next season for the next time that there is a stream. To where I have all the transfer business, all that stuff done. So you guys are going to be surprised by who will be at the club. Hopefully in a good way too. But I am ecstatic with how we've done with the Southampton side. And now everyone gets to stop asking, hey, can I download this tactic? Because now you're going to be able to come Friday. That is when the video will come out. So there will be a video on Monday, a video on Wednesday, video on Friday, and the tactic will be on Friday for you guys, and you guys will be able to download it. For those who are members or Twitch subscribers, y'all will have the tactic way earlier than that, most likely. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But yeah, there will be no streams next week. No stream on Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday. We will be back the week after. And I will also have made the decision by then on if we will continue on YouTube or not, because we for sure will be on Twitch. And also that week, if I look at the schedule really quickly, the week that week, I will find out that Friday on what the deal is with the arm and if we're doing surgery or what's the word on that. So yeah, thank you to everyone who tuned in today. I appreciate all the follows and subs immensely. You guys have been amazing so far through all these streams. Really, really enjoying it. Loving the Journeyman save, and I know you guys are as well. I will see you guys throughout the week in the videos over on YouTube. So type in !YouTube if you guys are not subscribed over there already. And you guys can check out all the videos that will be coming out over the foreseeable future. But with that being said, without further ado, wherever you guys are in the world, please have a great rest of your day / evening. And until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.